Hello everyone, welcome to AKT Oil Services Company. AKT is always trying to do its best to provide a safe and indeed healthy workplace to all our workers. Today's video is going to be based on MOC, which is stand for Management of Change. So let's get started. What do we mean by MOC or Management of Change? It's a best practice that controls safety, health, and environmental risks and hazards as they pertain to one organization's changes to its facilities, operations, or personnel. A properly implemented MOC policy prevents increased risks for current hazards and guards against the introduction of new hazards. Inadequate MOC can increase risks to the health and safety of employees and the environment. MOC usually applies to industrial facilities and their operations. The purpose of MOC is to protect workers from illness and injury, the transitional phase, and it applies to all industries. Management of change includes two sections, permanent and temporary, or it could be a secondary change. The purpose of this procedure is to provide all employees with information on how to mitigate risks that may result from change. When an organization implements an MOC, it derives many benefits. First and foremost, an MOC helps a business minimize unexpected adverse situations related to security, reliability, stability, or integrity that might occur with a process or equipment change. What will happen if we apply MOC incorrectly? If we apply MOC incorrectly or ineffective MOC can lead to significant incidents, such as hydrocarbon releases, fires, explosions, electrocution, fail of safety critical system. There is also some relevant life-saving rules and process safety fundamentals. For instance, work with a valid work permit when required. Do not make a change without a proper MOC. Perform MOC and install backflow. What is the job of MOC owner? The MOC or the Management of Change owner is responsible for the overall coordination of the change and in ensuring the change has been completed as specified in the MOC request and in accordance with design details. Any staff affected by the change shall be informed and trained about what they shall do differently. MOC shall ensure they are aware of all temporary or permanent changes in their areas of accountability, understand the checks to be done, and mitigations required to be in place. MOC authorizer can authorize the change to go live prior to the completion of all implementation activities, provided the implementation step is sufficiently complete to allow a safe startup and safe operation of the change. Here is an example. Since AKT has a couple of projects in different locations with specific allowable speed limit, such as Romela speed limit is set by RU to be 110, and in Umkasa speed limit is set by BGC to be 80. In this case, AKT HSE department decided to manage the change and set all AKT vehicles IVMS at the safest speed limit, which is 80, in order to make sure that our employees are working safely. And according to the IVMS provided standards, the maximum speed is going to be 80 for all vehicles in order to make sure that our employees are in the safe side and working safely. MOC process gives employees a chance to identify potential new hazards that could result from these changes. According to that, there is going to be an MOC GOGA form to facilitate the management of the worksite. Indeed, it's going to be available on PC and also on phones. First of all, you must have a Gmail account to fill the form. You start filling the form by inserting your email address, and then you write your name, and it must be in English, and then the description of the change and also the location. And if there is a specific location you want to add, this section is going to be available. Then you write the change date, and finally you must add a report including procedures updates if required. That's all about MOC Google Form. To sum up, we need to remember those points. Recognize the proposed changes. Evaluate the hazards and risks. Determine if the hazards and risks can be reduced, controlled, or eliminated. Determine if the changes can or should be made. Implement changes if determined safe to do so. Train workers on the implemented changes. Follow procedures and continue to evaluate changes. And finally, I hope this video was informative and useful. Thank you for listening and thank you for your precious time. AKT Company wishes you a successful and safe workplace.